Hello everyone, welcome back to Troy Builds. Here you can see I got my motor cases back from the shop that I took them to. The reason why I took them to a shop is because I didn't want to spend the money on the tools. I don't use them only once, and for the expense it would take to purchase the correct tools, the bearing installers and the case installers, it just wasn't going to be worth it. So I took them to my local Harley dealer shop and had them split. Then I coated the cases, then brought them back, and now they're back. I did put the oil pump on. Everything spins freely. The next step is going to be to get the cylinders ready to go on. They're ready to go, sitting there, and I'll update you when I get the cylinders back on. I'm waiting on a valve spring compression tool for the heads because I'm going to be replacing the valve seals on the heads, and I need a valve spring compression tool in order to take the valves out and install the seals and then put the valves back in. I still have to detail the fins on the heads and get them ready to go. So there's still quite a bit of work to do to be putting the motor back together, but I'm making progress. Glad that I got my cases back and moving forward. Okay, I'll continue when I have some more work done. Okay, here you can see I got my cylinders on. While I'm waiting for the valve spring compression tool to do the heads, I'm gonna put on my rear brake anchor hardware to anchor up the rear brake, and then get that all buttoned up, and probably do some other small things while I'm waiting, just to have something to do. Okay, bye-bye. Here you can see I've got my cam cover on here. I've been trying to set up my cam shaft end play. Before, when I was first trying to set the cover on, there was no end play at all. The cam was actually binding, and then I realized that on the end of the camshaft here, there's supposed to be a spacer and then a thrust washer. And what had happened is whoever was in here last didn't set the end play very well, and the spacer ended up welding itself to the back of the camshaft. And when I put the new thrust washer in there, the old one was obviously burned up, but when I put the new thrust washer in here, there was no play. And now that I've gotten that spacer chiseled off the back of the cam, I was able to file down the rest of the residue that was on the back of the cam lobe, and now I have some end play here. What I'm going to have to do is measure this end play and set it for 16,000ths of an inch end play. I have to order that stuff, and then I'll do that while I'm waiting to do the heads, I do have the valve spring compression tool. I do have the valve spring compression tool. I do have the valve spring compression tool, and once I take the valves out, then I'll be able to install the valve guide seals and then put that back together. That will be my next step in conjunction with setting up the cam free play. As you can probably tell, I'm no engine builder. This is really on the limit of my technical expertise, but I think the rest of the engine build, setting up the valve lifter blocks and putting the heads on and sealing up the rocker boxes should go pretty straightforward after this. I could have probably checked the cam end play before, but I'm taking my time, trying to go slow and methodical. And now that I've got the cylinders on, I thought the next step would be to put the cam cover back on, and then I can put the lifter blocks in. It just, I ran into the problem with the camshaft spacing, and now that that's going to be squared away, should be pretty straightforward to the rest of the end of the build for the motor. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll update you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.